Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with Pixie Tarot and we're doing Libra Twin Flame for the month of May. This is a series that I started last year and I went from May to December and then life got busy and back due to popular demand. I'm bringing it back for this year for May. And so and still life is busy, but I really wanted to squeeze these out. I was collabing with some other zodiac readers and just feel like, you know what, I want to do this again. I want to bring this back for you guys. So what we're doing is comparing the masculine and the feminine. So they each get a side, and I'm using this spread inside of my Enchanted Romance Tarot booklet that you get with your holographic deck, and then we're comparing his feelings to her feelings, his thoughts and her thoughts, his hopes, her hopes, his actions and her actions. And I have two decks, similar but different, both from Vanessa Samina. This is the Pastel Journey Tarot and the Gentle Heart Tarot. Then for the masculines, I'm using the Romance Angels, and for the feminines, the Romantic Fairy. So male, female, masculine, feminine, not always the same thing. Put yourself where you see yourself. I'll be using pronouns his and hers, and just, you know, take that if whatever resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then just ignore it. Okay, so we're going to start off now with the a message for the masculines. And I was just thinking to myself, this is my trifecta. This is my 3-sign lineup: my sun, moon, and rising sign, Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo. My rising is Libra, sun in Scorpio, and moon in Virgo. So we just had Virgo. I just did Virgo. I don't know when you're going to see Virgo or if you're going to see Virgo. But anyway, now we're doing my rising sign. So let's see what for the rising sign Libras out there for the divine masculine. Okay. And it could be, I shouldn't say just rising sign, but it could be also sun or moon, rising, or any other placements for the divine masculine in the month of May. General message for the divine masculines in the month of May, Libras. Okay. We have, unrequited love. Interesting. Interesting. Though this is definitely not your twin flame, but sometimes your twin flame could appear like on the surface to not be interested, but I feel like this is a different connection and somebody that you are interested in, or they're interested in you, that can't go to fulfillment because of the twin flame energy here. All right. And so I never got that one out. So Libras, there's somebody out there that is not fully feeling it the way you're feeling it, or the other way around. You're not feeling it the way they're feeling it, divine masculines, okay? Just be aware that, and then sometimes what you think is a twin flame connection not always is. Sometimes it's a karmic connection, or sometimes it's a high level soulmate connection. But even with the high level soulmate connection, you're going to get a requited, definitely like a high level soulmate connection. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel really good with that. You're gonna feel heavenly with the high level soulmate. With the twin flame, your initial feeling is going to be the same way too, heavenly, but you're going to go through some ups and downs. With a karmic, you can have good feelings and sometimes bad feelings. With a toxic karmic, you're going to have, like, you're going to feel fooled or tricked into feeling good and thinking that you're feeling good, but what you're really doing is compromising a lot of your integrity. I know, something to stay within that relationship. So just be aware where you are and who you're connecting with, because not everybody is the same. You know, not every relationship, even if it sometimes feels like a twin flame or soulmate, is not necessarily that, okay? All right, let's see now. For the divine feminines. Okay, that's not me because I'm a feminine here. The divine feminine, Libra, sun, moon, rising, and other placements. What are the basic, what's the basic energy here? What is the general message for Libras in the month of May 2022 for the divine feminines? Oh, oh my gosh. That is a big clump of things. And this is a big... Okay, there is a soulmate here. That was the top card. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. So now twin flame is still considered a soulmate, but there are some connections out there that are just soulmates, high level soulmates. So you might just have to discern for yourself what you're involved in. Are you involved in a high level soulmate? That's fine. You know, nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. You're welcome here too. You know, you're not sure. Maybe you're one of those people who are not sure whether this is twin flame or not. And you've just decided, well, it doesn't matter. You know, they're my soulmate. If you have a Virgo placement, then, or a Leo placement, then that could tell you more clearly whether this soulmate is a twin flame or not. So, just saying. Check some things out sometimes. A little treasure hunt could help you clarify something. So, check out the other readings if you have certain placements in your chart, but also just for the fun of checking them out. Like sometimes you could just be called to a certain sign that's not even in your chart. All right, so let's see now. We're going to go back and forth with first with feelings. So first we have for the divine masculine in the month of May 2022. What are they feeling towards their counterparts or their connection or themselves in the month of May? Divine masculine. What are they feeling? What is Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising feeling in the month of May? A Three of Wands. Okay. So it's sort of like a little bit of an anticipation, looking forward to something to come. Three of Wands. It's almost like, you know, being at a port and looking through a spyglass or something, looking out into the future. Sometimes you can do that intuitively, and sometimes you use tools to look out into the future, like a tarot reading, for instance. So this is kind of saying that you've accomplished things and you're proud of the things. You're feeling proud. You've had a lot of hard work. You've put in a lot of work. You feel like, it almost feels like you feel like you should be rewarded for all this hard work, but yet somehow maybe you don't feel like you're always getting what you deserve. And I think part of the getting what you deserve is going to be more is being more clear about what you want. So be just have extra clarity, and by that you can write it down. Write it down first and then read it to yourself. And then if you need to tweak it, tweak it a little bit and write it until it makes sense to you. It feels true to you. And then you can speak it out loud. So sometimes your feelings don't always give you the right projection into the future or seeing what's next to come, right? You may have a preconceived idea to this reading, for example, because you saw the unrequited love. And so now your mind's going, where is this headed? But we'll find out. It's might not be as bad as you think it is. It looks like not happy because it's not received, right? Something is not given back to you. But would you want every person out there that that has a crush on you to, like, if there's one person you really truly love and that person returns that love, then that's beautiful. But if that person doesn't return your love, then there could be a reason. There could be a very good reason. So that's something that you have to think about. Okay, so feelings. Those are the divine masculine's feelings. Let's see about the divine feminine's feelings. What are the divine feminine's feelings towards her masculine or the relationship or herself in the month of May? Libra, sun, moon, rising, or other placements. Let's see, what are the feelings? What are divine feminine's feelings? We've got, ooh, I have never seen the 10 of diamonds. How beautiful. So the 10 of diamonds is this feeling of stability, feeling of permanence, feeling of legacy, feeling like having commitment, and also this feeling of connecting with spirit animals and familiars and feeling safe and feeling secure in your surroundings. Very nice. Okay, let's see now what the divine masculine is thinking about his counterpart, the connection, or himself in the month of May. He's thinking, okay, 2 of Swords, that's pure thinking. That's just so much thinking. Libras get in their heads so much. They're an air sign along with Gemini and Aquarius. And so it's natural for Libra to be in their head a lot. So don't overthink, use your intuitive ability. This person doesn't, I think this Libra masculine doesn't, or some on this side, don't have as much intuitive energy going on, at least in the month of May. And that could be where they need to tap into their intuition a little bit more and get out of their head a little bit more and go into their intuition, because they're using a lot of tools to tell them things, but they're not, and letting it affect their heads too much, but they're not really being at peace and at calm and letting the channeled messages come through. And to show you an example of the alternative way of doing it, the Virgo reading is like the opposite of this. Like they're actually not using their minds at all. They're using meditation and a sort of stillness and presence, and not thinking at all. So the thoughts topic is totally off the subject for the Virgo. So at least that one was that particular reading. And that's kind of a good thing. It's almost like the next topic is hopes, but hopes is also not necessarily the most positive word. Instead of hopes, it should be the knowing. In fact, I think eventually I'm going to change this reading. I think I will. I'm going to change the topics as we become wiser and grow into our strength. The thoughts won't be thoughts anymore. Thoughts will be intuition. hopes won't be hopes anymore. It will be knowing, you know. But we still have actions and we still have feelings. Okay, so let's see now. What are Libra's, the Divine Feminine's thoughts in the month of May 2022? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, toward their counterpart or the connection. Ooh, we have the Queen of Diamonds. A lot of diamonds came out. We're going to go with that main diamond card. So the Queen of Diamonds is really beautiful. So her thoughts are of accumulating wealth. Her thoughts have to do with the tangible for sure. Like her thoughts are like, I feel very good in the spiritual world. I feel connected. But I actually really would like more tangible symbols of my abundance. Symbols of my abundance and energy of my abundance with the people that I care about. So that's what the Queen of Diamonds is looking for. It's very, I think also it's interesting because I just was talking about Virgo. So I feel like some of you might have Virgo placements. Some of you might be cusping on Virgo. And some of you may be connecting with an earth sign. Or this is a clue for you to go find other readings that have to do with earth signs. You know, so that's, but I think it's a good thing. You know, I think that your thoughts are in a good place, you know, in a steady, stable place. You're not out of control. You're nice and balanced and down to earth. All right. So now let's see about the hopes and dreams for the Divine Masculine in the month of May. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. Ooh, I think that's the first time Lovers have come out. So Lovers, the hopes is union in heart, body, mind, and soul. That is definitely, that's just to the point right there. A love connection and a requited love. Somebody who feels the exact same way. It's not really, and it's not even a matter of questioning it. It's just an instantaneous, like, sucked together feeling like, you know, you belong, like, there's no wavering, no doubt. You're going to feel that instantaneous feeling with your twin flame. It's automatic. It's energy. There's going to be no doubt with your twin flame. There can be doubt sometimes with other connections, but not with your twin flame. Not to say that twin flames are easy, because even once you've experienced that, you can run from that, from the fear of happiness or the fear of what it means. You know, it's a big responsibility. But you will feel that, or with a very high level soulmate. And so this is your hope. That's good. So definitely keep that in mind. If that's what you wish for, that is going to come through for you, or for the Divine Masculines. Okay, let's see about the Divine Feminines. What are their hopes and wishes? And the Divine Feminines have death for their wish. So a hope for a big transformation. It could be like also physical transformations, you know, glow up, looking more beautiful, shedding skin, and becoming a new me, you know, like that feeling of death. Also represents, oh my gosh, it's interesting because Queen of Diamonds kind of makes me think of Virgo. Death is Scorpio. So those are my two other signs right there. And that could be, you could need to go to the Scorpio reading, or death also came out, I think, in either in Virgo or in Leo. Anyway, the death card is like the Cinderella moment after she cries, and when she's all torn down and the stepsisters tear her down. That's a tower moment. When she's sitting there crying and the fairy godmother shows up, that's her faith kicking in, because the godmother wouldn't be there if she didn't have faith. Then when the godmother changes her dress into a beautiful ball gown, that's the transformation. That's the death card. And so that's what this is about. There's a huge transformation happening, and that could be your wish. It could also be a fear, the fear of something ending, the fear of endings of chapters, the fear of new beginnings, the fear of starting over, the fear of yeah. Those things can be scary because what if it doesn't go right? You know, there's a lot of what ifs after that, you know, after the transformation. But I think, you know, right before you get to the transformation, you have the faith to get to the transformation. So you use that same faith after the transformation to know it will all land perfectly. All right, and now let's see what the actions are going to be for the divine masculine in the month of May. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. The actions. Oh, look. So we had the oh yeah, it was the what? Felt like we had a 2. No? Okay, I'm confused. The 3, oh no, the 3 of Wands. Oh, okay, yeah, the 3. This is the 2, that's the 3. So the 3 of Wands is kind of like that forward thinking. The 2 of Wands is even more so. The 2 of Wands is actual having a strategy and implementing it, and you know, maybe moving to a different part of the world, even like actually picking up and going. But you know, even though Wands and fire energy is all about action, the 2 and the 3 are standing very still, because so much of the action has to be in the planning. So this is all about decisions and sometimes a little bit of fear of making the wrong decision, and then the overthinking. But I think the action that's happening with the 2 of Wands is that it's kind of like, it's like these swords become uncrossed, the blindfold comes off, and a decision is made, because it's like the divine masculine spun the globe and pinpointed the place where they're gonna go, right? It definitely could be the place where their counterpart lives or belongs. Okay, interesting. So now let's see what the divine feminine action is going to be in the month of May towards her divine masculine, Sun, Moon, Rising. King of Diamonds. Look at that. That's a neat card. So she is, it looks like, receiving mode. The kings usually just sit still on their thrones and people come to them. So yeah, definitely somebody like this. The masculine is doing the action and the feminine is doing the receiving. Very yin yang. And so the feminine, stay put, receive your energy, but at the same time because we have, you know, feminine can mean man, not necessarily mean woman, but it also, because we have a man in the picture, it could represent something about you or the female and the male, the feminine and the masculine, not necessarily the same thing, kind of becoming one, like a one feeling, you know, or putting yourself in their shoes, or just seeing from their eyes or whatever, visualizing them coming through as well. So it's kind of like a mix of things, and also seeing the past, present, and future all converge into one moment too, of receiving the tangible, because this is what, oh my gosh, oh, I forgot that you have a twin flame couple here, the King and Queen of Diamonds. So yeah. He's bringing, so the masculine and the feminine, the male, female, they're bringing the stability. There's a commitment happening here, definite commitment. And that tangible that the queen so desired, he's bringing it. Wow, and it's going to take a major transformation, but it's going to end up in a happily ever after. Nice. Okay. I didn't know it was going to go there. So really nice for the feminine side. And the masculines are doing pretty good. They just have to do a little bit more soul searching to open their eyes to know who's who in their life, you know. But otherwise, they're going to be happy as well. Okay. All right. Let's see now what your charms have to say. All right. So you have the Kundalini snake, which is so Scorpio. So, well, not necessarily Scorpio, but it's so, oh my gosh, you have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And sorry, I'm just jumping around. I'm so excited here. Okay. Full steam ahead. Oh, death. We have death coming out a lot here. The Deathly Hallows, hope, and the guardian angel, and scissors. All right. So, oh, hey. All right. So the snake represents the shedding of the skin and also can represent the rising of the Kundalini. Both which kind of makes me think of Scorpio because skin is a Scorpio. Skin is ruled by the Scorpio, and also the Kundalini is very sensual and sexual, so it makes, but it actually Kundalini is a little more Taurus energy because that's sensual. Sexual would be Scorpio energy, but nevertheless, there's this rising up the spine, your chakras being aligned, and we have that coming out again with the rainbow, the chakras being aligned, the third eye opening, a thunderbolt. The Virgo had this. I swear I mixed the charms. We have music here though for you guys. We have the Deathly Hallows. So the Deathly Hallows, you might want to research this a little bit more. I did my research, but sometimes my memory doesn't always jump in. Anyway, the triangle represents the cloak of invisibility. The circle represents the stone, and that line is the wand. So it takes those three things to create this Deathly Hallows thing. And I feel in general, though, they're like tools, like magician tools. Things that you need to help in certain scenarios to protect and also to discover. If you have an invisibility cloak, you can get around with undetected, and sometimes that might be necessary. And then we have the death on the with the key. So it's like you have the key to transformation. You know, you have the key to bring about your own glow up or whatever, and also this connection. But there is a chance here that something needs to be cut. Some kind of cord, some kind of something, you know, some kind of, in order to move into this new phase, into this rebirth, you have to cut something old out. And those endings can be kind of sad, but it's part of the transformation, partly necessary. It's not like say for example, Cinderella's dress. I mean, yeah, like her mom made it, and I mean, it was her mom's dress, and the mice fixed it up for her. But by the time it was all over, it was just a piece, and she couldn't keep it. Right? It's sad because she can't keep it as a memory of her mom. But look at what she gets instead, you know. So sometimes you have to give up some little thing, that some attachment of some sort, in order to get the bigger picture. You also have the turtle, the sea turtle, that comes in and out of the sea, and the sea being ruled by the tides. I mean, being ruled by the moon. The tides are being ruled by the moon, and so therefore so are the turtles. So I think this altogether means that follow the moon's cycles, because the moon affects these turtles because they go in and out of the tides, which is affected by the moon. And then we have the rooster. So it's like a wake-up call, someone cocky, something cocky, alarm clocks, getting up early, facing the day. Just, yeah, it's a little bit of cheer. It's a little bit of bright enthusiasm in the beginning of the day. All right, let's get a few letters. So these could be initials, names, words, and it's not necessarily that significant, and sometimes it can be very significant. It's just up to what we find. So we have, oh, maybe a mind? Nope, no ends. I thought maybe I'd see real, but not really real. I have doctor. Ooh, we have liar. Be careful, don't be a liar. Oh, don't deal with liars. We have air. We have a layer, 2 layers, like a person's place. Air and layer. We have mid, like midway. Oh. Almost a middle. So I don't see very many things here. We have aid and laid and extra large again. So if there's something that you see, any special word or somebody's initials, then take that. But if you don't see anything significant, then just leave it. It's not that important. And your letters, there could be some letters or some kind of somebody's name in somebody else's reading, one of the other signs. So it's like a little treasure hunt. Maybe you want to hunt around to see if you can find which reading has the best letters that have a message for you. That would be fun. And definitely check out the other signs in your chart and check out your counterpart. Do a little cross-watching and see what their message has to say. Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.